253 kilometres stretched out in front of the riders in the 116th edition of Il Lombardia. 175 riders in total, representing 25 teams, including 4 riders retiring, 2 of whom were the preeminent riders of their generation. Alejandro Valverde and Vincenzo Nibali heading into retirement at the conclusion of the race of the falling leaves. To conclude the racing season, the final monument of the year, and naturally enough there was much representation from the host nation in the early break of the day. 3 riders became 9, and then ultimately 10 riders out front in the early move, as Aurélien Paré-Pontre was the final rider to the party to make it 10 up front, with 8 tough climbs along the way and more than 4,800 metres of elevation. The control from behind, the Movistar squad in the company of Jumbo-Visma and the UAE Team Emirates squad, controlling the pace and ensuring that the breakaway group never had more than 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And they were already called to account inside the final 60 kilometres of the day as they raced down towards Como and the conclusion of Il Lombardia for 2022. Jonas Vingegaard staying in contention and staying close to the head of affairs, but when they came to the penultimate climb of the day, the Civiglio, it was Tadej Pogačar, Enric and Mikel Landa on the attack. Vingegaard found wanting. Enric on the attack to try and detach himself from Tadej Pogačar, and their efforts making it difficult for Mikel Landa to stay in contention. Behind, Rodriguez and Higuita gave vain chase. As up front, and the attacks kept coming, and Jonas Vingegaard finding himself in a day without. Enric trying repeatedly to push Tadej Pogačar behind, mindful of the sprint ability of the UAE Team Emirates, reigning champion of Il Lombardia. It was Pogačar himself that threw in a salvo across the final climb of the day, and when they came to the final 200 metres, Enric began his sprint first. But ultimately it was Pogačar that had enough in hand at the end of 253 kilometres to take a second consecutive victory in the final monument of the season. The 24-year-old getting another great success.
It's really amazing to come back and to repeat the victory in the teamwork today. I cannot say how grateful I am for the team. They did such an amazing job, and to pull it off, for the last race of the season for Lombardy is amazing.
Tadej Pogačar becomes the first rider in history to win his first 2 editions of Il Lombardia. Pogačar gets the victory and is joined on the podium by Enric and Mikel Landa.
In the race, we have the 3 riders in the front, 2 between with 35 seconds, and the O group have 1 minute to the first 3 riders.